don't like those trainers, honey, but they're the only ones that go really well with these trousers. And what? Do you know how much those cost? You can't have Ugg boots. Well, you pay for the Ugg boots then. You pay for the Ugg boots, silly. Oh, hello everyone. It's alright, don't mind us. We're just having what my grandparents used to call a friendly argument. How are you all? I've been out of here for a week, a little bit more than a week actually, except for Lacey on Sunday, because I haven't been very well, but this too shall pass, and I'm better than I was. I've had rather a difficult week one way and another, but we'll talk about that in a minute, or just touch on it at any rate. I'm going to change Bert because it is a freezing cold, and I do mean absolutely freezing cold day, and I want to get him into something a little bit warmer, except that he's... What? Yes, you do need to be in something warmer. Stop interrupting me. He's protesting violently because what I'm actually going to put him in, one of the things is not from a designer, and you know him and designers. He just has this thing that everything he wears has to have a label. I don't know why he doesn't have the label pinned outside on his back so that it shows off. Look at me, I'm wearing a label. Come on, you. Let's get this over your head and mind your ears. So, I'm taking off his nice Ralph Lauren sweater and shirt. He's keeping his nice chinos on. His sort of beigey browny chinos. Because they're a nice thickness and they're nice and warm. And also they look good. And that's another thing he doesn't like, because he doesn't like the trainers he has to have with them. He wants Australia Ugg boots. And, God, talk about the earth and all the riches of Ind. I mean, they're not as expensive as some designer shoes and boots I've seen. But, you know, they come close. So I'm just going to take this shirt off him now. And then I'll show you what I'm going to put on him. Sorry, if you hear a sound, it's my iPhone. It's deciding to talk to me. Because I forgot to mute it. Bad me. Come on, darling. Oh, please cooperate. There we go. What do you mean you are cooperating? You are not cooperating. You're just being as ornery as you can be. Yes, I hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving. Obviously, we don't have Thanksgiving over here, but on the actual day of Thanksgiving, it was my friend's birthday, so he came down all the way from Sunderland, which is way up in the northeast of the UK, right down here to where I live, which is a long way away, to see me. His sister and her boyfriend brought him down because he doesn't drive or have any transport, so they drove down with him. And they stayed and we talked all day, and then they went to their hotel and they went home the next day. Okay, what I'm going to put on him is this lovely Armani polo shirt. It does have short sleeves, but it's much thicker and warmer than an ordinary cotton shirt. And it's navy with a grey collar. And that's just for unders. We have something to go on top of that, so we're going to put this on first. Come on, baby. Put this over your head. Careful now. Yes, you should like this at least. Really like him in this. It's really smart. So, I was with my friend all day. Now, I find that when I'm with people all day, I'm just not used to sort of testing my energy like that. When I'm with someone all day and I'm talking all day, I just get totally exhausted. So I really was trashed. So it's taken me more than a week to get over it, to get past it. And I'm just so annoyed with myself because it shouldn't happen like that. You know, someone was nice enough to come all the way down here because I can't travel up there. Lean back so I can do you up, baby. And you know, it really shouldn't have to be that I'm so exhausted that I can't do anything for more than a week. But it was like that, unfortunately. But it was still lovely to see my friend. Let me tuck you in, babes. I need to undo your trousers to tuck you in. Sorry, I'm going to undecent you for a minute. What? No, of course they won't. He says, don't look. I love these trousers. They're really nice. So, while I was just trying to get on and do things and just have some energy to... I'm just going to move this pillow a moment so I can get around and tuck his shirt in. While I was just trying to get that through that, something else rather nasty happened, and it's something that we all have to deal with, but I've been lucky so far and I haven't had any of it on YouTube, and that was the trolls came out to play. You've all seen it, I'm sure, in one way or another. Now these particular trolls were on my Facebook page. There we are, darling. And it could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't nice, and I didn't like it. And what really shook me about it was that it wasn't just someone on, as they did on Sunday, saying how mentally defective and unwell I was and how funny this whole thing was, or how weird, or how even swear word weird. You know the one that everyone seems to use these days. You can kind of delete that and move on. But then what kind of tended to happen was that the same person waited till my page post went up, as it does every day at 9 o'clock, and then targeted it and shared it with her friends with kind of like ha-has and, oh look, isn't this funny, just look how silly this is. I just found it really hard to deal with until I could find what to do. I didn't know that you could do anything on public Facebook pages, but you can. So it got dealt with in the end. But I found that kind of meanness was very hard to deal with. And it just made me think. I suppose I've been I've been a bit sheltered. I've only dealt with nice people on YouTube so far, and you've all been so wonderfully good to me. What kind of weird person is it out there? I'm going to put this lovely Aran jersey on. It's like, I think it's cream, and it's got navy and green on it, and little suede patches, and it's corduroy patches, and it's just so gorgeous. And it's got some grey, so it harmonises with the grey collar of this polo shirt that I've got on. What kind of person goes after somebody daily and waits for the post to go up and then sets on them every day because it's fun? And people were saying, oh, ignore it. It's easy to say and hard to do, you know. That stuff hurts. So it was a difficult week, and I was helped to get through it by my amazing husband, who really did help me with the technical side of getting done what I needed to get done on Facebook, and by this little man. Yeah, well, all the babies helped, but you helped me particularly, didn't you? Because he always does. I don't know where I'd have been without him, because I was pretty freaked out, wasn't I? I was pretty freaked out. What did you say? Oh, Bert, he says I'm always freaked out. That's a bit harsh. Even if it's mostly true. That's a bit harsh, Bert. That's a bit harsh. There you go, darling. This jersey, it's autograph. I think, no, it's not. It's not autograph. It's George. It's George, actually. I got this from George, but you wouldn't know. It was, you know, it's so nice. So you haven't got to mind just this once that you're wearing a George jersey, because it's a really nice one and it's so lovely and warm. Right, turn around because I'm just going to move the pillow again. I need to condition your hair. It's really bad. But actually, we're a lot better today. Feeling a lot more like myself, so I'm really happy about that. What? Oh, thank you. Well, what did I look like before then? He says I look a lot more like myself too. What did I look like before then, or don't you want to say? No, you don't want to say. I didn't think you did. I must give a shout out to all the people who write and tell me, or comment and tell me, or leave a note on Facebook to tell me that they shouldn't have favourites, but Bert is their favourite. Stop getting so big-headed, you. I won't better get you in through the door, he says naturally. I won't be able to get you in through the door if you go on like that. But yeah, thank you to everybody who really, really likes him. I'm so glad you do, because so do I. He is my darling, darling treasure. And I love him to bits, and I wouldn't change him for anything in the world. Mind, having said that, this week we reached a milestone. The Bert Fund has reached the target amount of money that I need in there to think about having him remodelled in silicone. Now, it's not going to happen soon, because at the moment he's absolutely fine, apart from a little bit of discoloration here and there. And his hair is fine, and I don't think, I need to have him remodeled. So I'm hoping that he's going to last into at least the middle of next year before I have to start worrying about it. There, he's ready and he's looking gorgeous. But come, I would think, sort of next summer, something like that, I will have to seriously start putting out the feelers and getting the wheels in motion. So the year after next is probably when I'm going to have it done. And then that's going to be a very tough time, because I'll have to be without him for months while he goes into hospital and undergoes that very serious operation. And we're not looking forward to that, are we, sweetie pie? No, we're not. No, we're not. It's all right. Now, don't get upset. It's not going to happen for a long time yet. You like what? You like this jersey now, but you wish you had a designer name on it. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what Santa brings, won't we? All right, everyone, I've yapped on long enough. Bert's ready now. He's much warmer and much cosier, and his hair's tidy. So I shall let you get on with your day, and I shall now get on with mine. Have a great day, everybody. Take care of yourself and enjoy your babies, and let's be good to each other.